Hi everyone, Mr. Silbaugh here, and this is my take on Unit 10, Lesson 2. Hey, in the last lesson, we talked about the basics of starting a business website. So, designing a business website is very similar to making a regular website. However, when you design a business website, you have to keep the company's goals and missions in mind. In designing for a business, you need to think of the company's image. How are they going to come across online? Because a website online is going to either help or break a business, and you want to try and sell that business as much as possible. Always keep in mind the brand and what the focus of the company is. So if you do end up designing a website for a company, you always need to think company first. What are the goals of the company? What is the company trying to do? Today's lesson is going to talk about e-commerce. E-commerce is the act of selling or buying products over the internet. Um, and you may realize and think about it because to you it's been around for a long time. However, e-commerce is a rather relatively new technology that has just grown and blossomed over the past few years. Um, the thought of Amazon when I was growing up is just amazing. Like the fact that you can find pretty much anything that you could ever want online, click buy now, and then have it within a matter of days. Like that was unheard of years ago, and now we've gotten to the point where Amazon has now made it so that things are shipping and available in one business day. Sometimes, if you're lucky, they're available that day too. It's really amazing how far we've come. So e-commerce has grown over the past few years because of the internet and web-based technologies that have increased and made it more accessible. E-commerce, also known as electronic commerce, again, as I mentioned, is the buying or selling of products or services over the internet. Every day, more and more goods. The text is every year. It's every day that things are developed, designed, built, shipped, and bought, all within a matter of minutes. And the internet has really accelerated that process. Traditional businesses have also joined in as well, such as stores and other retail markets. I think of clothing stores in particular, where if you don't have that specific store in your area, you can still buy it online and have it shipped to you. Sometimes it has even free shipping and other considerations to help kind of motivate you to buy more. There are three types of e-commerce models that the text mentions, and they all make sense. The first one is business to consumer, and this is probably one you're most familiar with. And this is where the business sells products or services to a consumer. You go on the business's website, you look for what you want to buy, and then you buy it, and it comes to you. Okay, very simple. The business is giving you and providing you the goods and services. The next one is business to business. This one's probably the one you're most unfamiliar with. In business to business, it's a web-based business will sell, or it could be a regular business that sells products or services to other businesses. So it could be another business that is buying stuff. So I like to think of like Amazon selling stuff to like a hospital or like a police station. Um, they're going to have larger amounts and larger quantities. So in that consideration, with a business to business, you have to have a greater supply of stuff. Um, but that is an option, and people do use that for different companies and different businesses and different organizations. And then the last one is a relatively new one that has kind of blossomed in the past few years, is consumer to consumer. And this is where individual consumers will sell products or services, not series, services to other consumers. So this is where a consumer like myself would go on to someone's online store and buy something that they have either made or are selling themselves. So the text mentions some of the examples on the models. Google Shopping is an example of the B2C, sorry. In this model, business to consumer, Google Shopping will you go on, you search Google, and you can find what you're looking for. Google will collect all of that and tell you what businesses you can buy it from. In addition, any search engine will help you find a business selling a product or service. All you have to do is go and search, and you can usually find it quite easily. As for consumer to consumer, they're very intuitive and very easy to navigate. If you think about the Etsy website, if you've ever gone on the Etsy website, it's very easy to find what you're looking for and find and narrow down what you want. It's designed to match sellers to buyers, and because of this, there needs to be a lot of traffic. Um, a lot of the sellers on these websites are relying on people to buy their goods and services, and so they're going to make it as easy as possible for you to buy it and find what you're looking for. So their websites are usually very user friendly, they're very intuitive, they're very, very simple. And the reason why is because you want to get in and you want to get out. You're going there for a specific purpose, and in doing so, you want to make sure that you get what you're looking for, and the consumer that's making the product for you can make a sell. Okay. Craigslist, not so much Craigslist anymore. The text mentions it, but Craigslist has kind of gone by the wayside anymore. Um, but Etsy and parts of Amazon. I included parts of Amazon because some of Amazon is done by Amazon itself, but others are independent people who are selling in Amazon's marketplace, and you get it directly from them. These are examples of consumer to consumer. All right, this lesson was a bit short, but businesses are relying on web technologies to grow their businesses and sell their products online. It's a great business opportunity right now, um, especially for those of you who are talented in making stuff. You can start selling your own products within a few years, mind you. Be careful about that. But other businesses are selling their products online, and you can buy them online. And it's a great business opportunity now because a lot of people are buying stuff more and more online because of the convenience. They don't have to go out. Um, and you can find exactly what you're looking for instead of having to browse around to try and find it. Also, as mentioned, there are three types of e-commerce: B2C, the B2B, and the C2C. The business to consumer, business to business, and consumer to consumer. And they all have their own end goals in mind. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this lesson.